Hi, I'm Michelle, your Las Vegas connection with all things luxury, lifestyle, and real estate. We're here in Spanish Hills at 5151 Flying Sunset, a beautiful custom home that's off market that has a spectacular high-level finish. I wanted to show you some details about this home and things to look for when you're buying your custom home or building from the ground up. Let's take a look. We're starting off here in the kitchen, and this island is spectacular. If you see a little bit, the matching countertop is same as the matching backsplash, which is book matched. Here we actually have a fluted wood that gives it that dimension and ultimate luxury feel. Also, what's amazing is that this pantry is a concealed pantry. It's nice to have a concealed pantry because you don't even know this place exists. So once the door is closed up, then it just looks like the rest of the cabinetry. So a final piece that I love in this space is the molding here you see on the wall. It just gives this space a lot more dimension and feel. So walking into the great room, one thing I want you to notice throughout the ceiling is that it is a drop ceiling all throughout the home. So you'll have this indirect mood light throughout the entire home that gives this space just that ultra luxury feel. Here, there is a bar that is specifically made for this space and also a pass-through serving window. So when this home opens up, it's great for entertaining. Another feature that I love in this home, we're gonna walk over here to the fireplace. This is a glass cast that's kind of meant to replicate like fire, and then the indirect lighting gives it just hyper dimension that you'll see. Another detail in this home that you'll see, the flooring actually continues through up this vein matched slab. So once the floors are revealed, you'll have this beautiful continuous texture throughout the home. We're gonna head outside so you can see a little bit more of the flooring. These 14-foot pocket doors will open up, and as you see that there's this seamless track here. So that's a really elevated type of pocket door to have. And once everything's opened up, that indoor-outdoor feel is going to be spectacular. So here, the flooring is vein matched and book matched. This detail is very, very difficult to execute, and this is perfection. Also, another element here in the outside, this Flying Sunset home is a west-facing view, hence the name. So in this open space area, you have your top overhang, but also you have your second overhang that's pulled out. So it's not making the indoors dark. And another purpose of this overhang is to cover for this sunken lounge that's going to be in the middle of this pool. One of the reasons why I love this pool, it was actually permitted before the 600-foot square change. So you're gonna get a bigger volume pool in this area. And it also kind of feels like it's flying and it's overhanging, hence again, the name Flying Sunset. So last thing of the flooring I wanted to show you is that the baseboards are a continuation of the slabs. So instead of having that wood pop out, it's actually inlaid to be seamless with the wall. So these are the small details that you should be looking for in your custom home. So I wanted to point out a few details about the staircase. There's two elements here. It's the floating steps and the floating staircase. As you see, you can see through the steps, which makes it a great element, and that's what the floating steps are. So with the staircase, we could have kept this as just the floating steps, but we put this wood element to give it a little bit more dimension. And also underneath, there'll be LED lights to just brighten up the space. And that's a wrap for the lower level, where every detail is thoughtfully designed. But trust me, all the magic happens really upstairs, especially the primary suite. Let's take a look.